it's Hayden. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be highly requested one. It is how I make and edit my YouTube thumbnails. If you guys saw how many times I would get asked this in one day, it's insane. Sorry for popping in today's video, but I wanted to say that today's video is sponsored by Lunaflower Jewelry. She did send me some products to show you guys today. So when I first opened it, it came with a business card along with a scan to get some jewelry care and figure out how to use it and the best ways and some things to avoid. And I'll also read that out to you today. But on the business card, it does say her Instagram and her Etsy shop. Those both will be in the description down below for you guys to go check out. They'll also be on the screen right now as well. She sent me 3 in total. So this is what came. It came in a little bag like this. I did get a pair of earrings, which is what that brown thing is. They're currently in my ears right now. Let me show you guys a little closer. They are these rose quartz earrings and they're absolutely adorable. I'm obsessed with them. Right when I got them, I put them in my ears because I was just so excited, and they are for real wonderful. Not only that, but all the products are handmade by a teen entrepreneur, and I love that. I did get 2 more items, and I got 2 pairs of rings. First ring I got was this rose ring. It looks like this. You guys can see the wiring design on it, and it's super cute. And here's what it looks like on me. I think this is just adorable, and I really recommend you guys go click that link in the description because it's totally worth it. And it is fast shipping, so it's even better. This is also another ring I got. It is a rose quartz, which can go with my earrings, and it has like a little wire around it, as you guys can see, and that is absolutely amazing. And here's what it looks like on. I think it's adorable. So those are the items she sent me. Some things to avoid when you are wearing any of your jewelry. There are 6 different things. So first, you don't want to wear it in water, whether that's washing your hands or going swimming. Don't wear it to sleep. Avoid contact with chemicals such as perfumes or lotions. Don't wear while doing any such of physical activities. When not in use, make sure to put it in a closed box or container. And also make sure to wipe occasionally with a soft cloth. And if you guys want to go get some for yourself or match earrings with me or matching rings, then you guys can click the link in the description down below. Also make sure to go follow her Instagram on the screen. Not only that, but you guys can get some percentage off your purchase if you use this code as well. I totally recommend you do that because it is all totally worth it, and they have fast shipping, so it's even better. Thank you for Lunaflower Jewelry for sponsoring today's video, and let's just get back into the video. So I thought I would finally make this video and show you guys how I actually make them. So let's just get right into it. The first thing I do is actually take the thumbnail. I have 2 different ways of doing this. First way is I actually take photos from my vlog. So for example, my summer night routine or my summer morning routine, or one of those, I would go through the video and screenshot some things that I can add to the thumbnail. My summer night routine is the one that I did that with. I screenshotted some things to add onto my thumbnail, but the thumbnail photo I also took inside the video. Basically how you do this is you just regular vlogging, and then at some points you can do like random movements or random positions to screenshot and then airdrop them to your phone. And then the second way is basically just using your camera, which you would do the first way, but this way is either you can take it before you do your video, during your video, but a whole different separate clip, or at the end of your video. So for me, I don't really do this one often anymore. I used to, but not anymore. So what you do is you just turn your camera on like normal, or your phone, whatever you use to take photos for your thumbnails on, and you just like hold up random positions like this, and then you would screenshot them, and then you would airdrop them to your phone. So I try to stick with option 1 as much as I can, but I sometimes do option 2 if I forget, which is sometimes. a problem, but I still do it. Now let's move on to actually getting a filter and editing your thumbnail photo. For this video, I'm going to be using this thumbnail right here. It is my Q&A thumbnail, and I'm just going to use it for example. So, when editing a thumbnail, I start off using the app Lightroom. So I have a folder full of all my editing stuff, so I would just push on that and push on the Lightroom. But if you have just downloaded this, it'd be blank for you, there'd be nothing there. But for me, I have a ton because, you know. What you would do is if you want to input your thumbnail photo, you would push that little plus thing at the bottom, and then you would push from camera roll, and then you would just scroll and find the photo you want, and then you would just input it, and then it would automatically take you to this. So this is what it looked like before adding a filter. Nothing to it, but what I usually do next is I usually go at the bottom to presets, and I just basically I scroll through each preset of mine and see just which one looks the best on this photo. And as I'm scrolling, I figure out that this one looks the best. It's called My Preset. I use this kind of for all my thumbnails, at least I try to. And then if I need to do little changes, I can just do changes and stuff. This gives more light, this makes it darker, and then this is contrast, so it can you can see what it's doing here. But that's basically what I do. And then when it's ready, I would push that little box at the top with an arrow, and then I'd push export to camera roll. And that's how I get my filter on my thumbnails. Now let's move on to text. Next up is text. For this, I use an app called Fonto, which is also in my folder with editing. So I'd push on that, and then I would go to that camera thing at the bottom, and then I would push photo albums, and then I would pick the photo with the filter, and then it would come up as this, and then this is what it would look like. I have two different fonts that I use. I use Helvetica New Bold Italic, and I also use Yellowtail as well. Those are the two I try to stay with. They have tons and tons of fonts. You guys can see tons of fonts, but I do stick with those two in general. So for this one, I'm going to say Q, and A. So you can make it big as you want. I'll make it this big just to show you guys. So I would then go to style, and mostly I like to do a black border and then a white text. So text, as you guys can see here, it's already white, and then you would go to stroke and you would push black, and then you can up the width as much as you want. And then that's how you get like that black border line. I also try to use other fun colors such as pink, blue, yellow. So how I do this is I do a light yellow as the text like this. So you guys can see I do a light yellow, and then the stroke I do a darker yellow. So it kind of like works. So that's what I do with my pink. Basically a light pink, and then I do a darker pink on top, and that's how I get my pink. Most of the time I do these types of text. I try to do those two on my thumbnails all the time. I don't like to change the color up. Like I don't like to do blue, pink, and black. I try to stick with just pink and black because I think it looks great together. But I also sometimes change it if it doesn't look good on the thumbnail. It just all depends on the thumbnail. So what you would do is you would go here, and then you would push the duplicate button right there, and then you would go to style, and you would put the alpha at the bottom all the way to 0, and then the stroke you would put out white, and then you would just make the width kind of in between 3 and 6, and then that's how you get that, and then you can just add it in the back like this. And that's how you get that white background like that. That's all for text, but obviously I'm not going to redo this whole thumbnail for you guys, but here's what it looks like with the text on it. Now let's move on to Pixar for the stars and all the fun stuff. Okay, so the next app I use is, I said, Pixar earlier. This is where I outline myself and add stars. So it's also in my editing as well. I go to Pixar, and then I will go push that little plus at the bottom, and then you would just push the photo you want to edit. This is the photo with the text, and after this I would go start with outlining. So what you would do first is you would push brushes, and you go to the first one, and then you would push that little arrow, and then you would want to keep it between 5 and 7. So then you would zoom in and then you would just start outlining yourself like that. It will take some time though, because since it is on a phone, it is harder to outline because it gets like messed up and stuff, but trust me, it comes with a good outcome. So I'm not going to do the outlining for you, but basically you just outline yourself like that, and then yeah, that's basically what you do. And then you push apply at the top. Next you would go for stars, you would go to sticker, and then you would look up stars, and then you would find what stars you want. I used the second one, these, and then I just turn them sideways, and since I want them on both sides, I would push a duplicate button at the top. And then, because you guys can kind of see that it's all on the text and stuff like that, and I don't want them on the text, I don't prefer them on the text, so then I'll push that erase button, and I'll just erase the ones that are over things that I don't want them to be over, and then I would also do the same with the other pair of stars, just like that. And then I'll push apply, and then I would push that save button at the top with like the arrow, and then it would save it for you, and then your thumbnail is complete. In the end, this is what my thumbnail turned out to look like. I think it looked amazing. It was one of my favorites for sure. Thank you again to Lunaflower Jr. for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to use the code Hayden15 for 50% off your order at checkout. But if you guys did enjoy this video, give a huge thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe down below, and I hope this helped you in some type of way if you were interested in learning on how I make my thumbnails. But I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye!